Hello guys, this is Deepika from mytutorialrack.com. In this tutorial, we're going to go ahead and follow these agenda. So agenda for the tutorial is we will first create a repository. Then we will stage and commit this repository. Then we will look at the configuring options, and then we'll go ahead and look at the state of the repository. So I know all this is kind of confusing. Let's take one step at a time. Now, what is a repository? Repository is nothing but a simple project folder or a folder where you're going to keep all your source code or any kind of files in it. That is what a repository is. Repository means a place where you're going to put all your source code or everything related to the project will go into the repository. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the desktop, and on my desktop or wherever you want, I'm going to go ahead and create under the desktop, I'm going to go ahead and create a folder, and I will name the folder as whatever folder name you want to give it. You can say my git repo. So that's my repository. So I'm going to go ahead and create this folder under desktop. So on my desktop, I'm creating this particular folder. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. Now this folder is empty. Now I wanted to go ahead and add a file to this particular folder. So let's go ahead and create an HTML file, and I'm going to go ahead and text document. Let's say I will name it as index.html. This is the name of my file. So I'm going to go ahead and name my file as index.html. I'm going to open it, and you can go ahead and save it as an HTML. And then go ahead and save it. You want to replace it? Yes. So now once you have made the I'm going to go ahead and put some junk in this index.html. So I have just typed down all the index.html file content. So this is what my index.html looks like. I've created a title of the page. You can add any content. It does not have to be HTML. I just took a better example so that it'll help you to understand in a code perspective, not just by creating a text file. So this particular HTML file, I will add this to the resources, so you can always just go ahead and copy paste the file from there. And how does this file looks like in the browser? You can always go back to the folder and run this file with the browser. So I'm going to go ahead and open it with the browser, and this is how the file looks like. It gives you a particular heading here, then there's some contents, there is some unordered list that I have added into the index.html. So now what we have done is we have created a repository or a simple project in which I have added this index.html file. So now the next thing that we need to do is how we will know that, okay, I wanted to track, or how will Git knows that, okay, I have to track this particular repository, and this is the project that I'm working with, or this is the repository that I'm working with. Because on your computer there are a bunch of folders. How will Git knows that which particular project or which particular repository that he needs to track? So to do that, what we're going to go ahead and do is we need to go ahead and initialize our project. So first of all, let's see which particular directory we are in. So there is a command to check out that is called present working directory, or PWD. It will tell you that, okay, you are under C user sim. Now where you need to go to, I want to be under this particular folder, my git repo. This is the place I want to be. So what you're going to do is you're going to write a command called change directory cd, and then you will provide the path where you want to go. So I wanted to go under this particular. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. We're right now in this particular directory. Now we wanted to go to this desktop my git repo. So how are you going to do so let's go ahead and list down what all the files that are present under the sim. So let's go to the list down all the files that are present under the sim. So you can see that there is a file called desktop available here. So we need to go to the desktop because our project folder or our repository is under the desktop. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to say desktop here. So cd change directory to desktop. So we're going to go ahead and write that. Now what is the present working directory? It changed to sim desktop. Now inside of that we need to go to this particular folder, my git repo. So this is the place we are at right now. So if I go do the present working directory, it's going to go ahead and give me that I'm currently under this particular place. Why they have a tilted sign? The tilted sign means the home directory. Home directory is nothing but the C users or whatever your name is. That is the home directory. So it is telling you that you are under the desktop under in the my Git repo. So this is the place you are in right now. And then if you go ahead and do list of that particular folder, you will go ahead and list down all the files that are present. Right now the screen looks very full. If you want to clean the screen, means not undo what you have done, but just kind of clean slate, you can just write the command called clear. It will go ahead and clear the particular screen. So in this particular Git repo folder, you have a file present called index.html, which is simple HTML file. Now, how will you know, or how will you tell Git to whatever this is my repository? What you have done so far is you just went to that particular folder. Now, what you need to do here is you need to ready to create our first Git repository. So we are ready to create our first Git repository, and how we will do that? By writing this particular command git init. So what you're doing here is you're initializing your particular repository. So you're telling that, okay, I am going to go ahead and initialize this particular repository. So I have created my first Git repository. If you look at the folder, nothing changed in this particular folder. There's no other files got added or anything. The reason why it is not visible, the changes are not visible, because your setting of showing the hidden file is probably turned off. So you're not able to see all the hidden files here, but there is a command to check out if there is any hidden files present under this folder. So you can do that by ls-la. What this command does is it basically lists down all the hidden files as well. So if you go ahead, you will see there are 3 more files present along with index.html. The reason it's hidden because the Git does not want you to make any changes to this file. These are the files which will take care of all the tracking changes. So you should never ever play with these files or try to edit these files. They are just to make you understand that something did happen by writing this command called git init. So you have initialized your Git repository. Now, in this Git repository, what is the current status of your, let's say you wanted to know what status your repository is in. So it tells you that, okay, there is no files I'm tracking. So I'm not tracking any files. Now, what does that mean? What is this untracked file? Untracked file means Git is not tracking that particular file. See, Git will not track each and every file which is present under this folder. You need to tell Git that, okay, please go ahead and track this file. So we will see how to track a particular file, and we will talk about what staging is and how to commit a particular file in the next tutorial. But in this tutorial, what we did is we just created a project under the desktop, and we have initialized our first Git repository, and we have also created a simple HTML file which is present under that folder.